For a guy that's never been to Eufaula before, yet resides in Alabama, not a bad day. 16 pounds for Mark Daniels. Mark, you were telling me a little bit ago it was kind of a, I mean, kind of all over the place. You didn't really get like a direct sign as to like, oh man, I should fish here tomorrow. It was kind of just a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Absolutely, junk fishing mecca. You know, and that's what I do when I come to all these different bodies of water as I travel. When I've never been there, you end up junk fishing more times than not because you're not set in on any particular pattern. You don't have any history on the lake, and so you just kind of go for what you know and fish what's in front of you. And that's exactly what I did today. You know, I got lucky this morning. First cast, caught a 5-pounder. That always made, you know, set the tone for the day. Oh man, you get that kicker out of the way early. That's big. Yeah. Dude, my heart was pumping, man. But got her in the box, and then I just grinded all day long to catch that limit. You know, it wasn't easy. I didn't catch a ton of fish. I caught 6 keepers a day for 16 pounds. So it's not like, you know, I went out and went through 20, 40 keepers. Sure. Not even close. So just I'm really fortunate and blessed to have the 16 pounds. Now, I kind of want to throw this on you because you haven't really been to this lake, but it seems like right now the fish, I mean, they dropped the water a lot in the last 2 weeks, and I think that's really kind of affected it. But really what we have is there's not a lot of fish up shallow. Right. There's not a lot of fish out deep yet. I mean, they're not really in their summer patterns, even though the water temps are that warm. Right. To you, what do you think's going on right now on Eufaula? It's really hard to put my finger on it, man, to be honest. You know, looking at the fish themselves, they're really skinny and sucked up, so I know they're all post-spawn. They're either hanging out in those general areas because they use a lot of energy when they're spawning. So a lot of them won't immediately go out deep. They'll kind of linger first, and then they'll make their way to those summer patterns. But you know, I think you got post-spawn fish that are moving out of some of these pockets and creeks, headed towards the main lake, and guys are catching them in the middle. You know, which you still catch a couple shallow, and you'll catch some deep. But there's not a majority in either. So you really just need to be, I mean, free spirit and just be willing to try anything, right? Absolutely. Last thing, weather-wise, today it was pretty calm and it was real hot. The wind's picked up now towards the end of the day. Do you think is there any sort of weather you think might help your bite at all? Not necessarily. I mean, I caught a couple deep and then I caught a couple shallow, and so I think the fish that I'm fishing for are committed to one or the other. Okay. I'm not really catching them in that transition. They're either shallow fish or they're deep fish, and yeah, I don't really think the weather's going to play one way or another. The fish that are living deep, I think, are going to be there, and the ones living shallow are going to be there too. Well, man, knowing you, you'll go out, you'll crack them again tomorrow. Good luck, Mark. So, man. Thank you, Kyle. I appreciate it.